Hear me out here. I'm not being insensitive. I know that his world has just been turned upside down. I know he feels betrayed. He's devastated. I empathize. I sympathize with his predicament. However, how is one able to walk away from a child that one has bonded with, loved, nurtured, poured blood and sweat into, simply because the DNA test shows that you're not the biological father? I understand getting rid of the wife or the girlfriend. The word I actually want to use starts with a W and rhymes with sure. Get rid of the W. But the children or the child, the innocent child, it is flummoxing to me. Now, I'm not a man and I do not know how this impacts men. I also know that there's deep shame. But when I'm in that predicament, of course I would be devastated. I'd be hurt and betrayed. But then I'd let the children know, or the child know. You may not be my biological child, but you're still my child. I love you. You're my child in my heart. I've bonded with you. I've raised you. So nothing changes. Now I know a lot of men worry about, oh, then I have to continue paying I have to pay child support now that we're not together. So what? I pay the child support. Because you know what? Even though everything has changed, nothing should have changed because it's still the child that I raised, bonded with, and loved. And in an attempt not to pay child support, one ends up cutting off one's nose to spite one's face. Because you got to look at the big picture, the relationship with that child, the continued relationship, and the ability to go ahead and raise and nurture that child because you already have that bonded relationship. But once again, because I'm not a man, I do not understand how anybody can walk away from a child. Story time. My husband had a boss about 20 years ago. This gentleman's son had some medical issues. And to make a long story short, he found out that his 19-year-old son was not his biological child. Needless to say, he was devastated. But you know what? He had raised this child for 19 years, was paying for college. This was his son, and he was not going to let him go. And my heart broke for him, but I was so proud of this man because he did not walk away from his child. And I think
I just can't take anymore, man. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem.
All right. Didn't want to get too deep, but I did let the lady speak, and I need some help, man. How can you make some sense of that for me? Because I can talk from a man's perspective that if I was raising a child that wasn't mine and found out later in time that the woman that I was with and the child that I thought was mine is not mine, I wouldn't want anything to do with her, you know what I'm saying, anymore. Matter of fact, this lady even went so far as to say shame. And then she even said, I'm not a man, so I don't know how that feels. Oh my God. Okay. So if she's not a man, she don't know how that feels, what gave her the thought that she would actually be able to explain or talk this into some kind of reason? Because yeah, that don't make no sense to me. So people, I want to see if there's anybody that can make that make sense of me. Now, there's a couple of things that possibly could be, like, you know, the woman, her husband is deceased. I can reason with that within my mind if I was raising that child. I found out later in time that wasn't mine, and but you know, here we go. There's a flip side to that. Did she know that you weren't the father? You know, somebody else was. Did she know that? Because she did know that she was sleeping with other people, but she told you that it was your child. You know. But she's a woman, and she doesn't know how that would be as a man. She's not a man, right? She doesn't know how to, she doesn't know how to, she knows, of course she'd be devastated, of course she would be shamed. Shame's not the word, man. It's humiliated, basically, what you're talking about. Shame has got nothing to do with it. You should, shame on you if you did that, woman. And you find out that then later on in time that a man that has been providing for a child that's not his, and you knew or did not know, I don't know how you would not know, but then again, yeah, that's whatever, man. That's disgusting, man. To me, and that's my humble opinion, and that's all I want. But if anybody can help me make sense of that, or try to make that make sense, be greatly appreciated, because I think that person who would do that to a man, especially a female, is horrible, man. Not saying that the man raising the child is horrible, because obviously he was there. That's actually, that's known. But then again, the woman that would do that, and they wonder why men in these Western societies and cultures, especially right over here in the good old United, whatever they call it, in Amerigo's Vespucci land. Yeah, this place, America, man. Oh God, it's disgusting, man. That's horrible, man. You got women out here that really, literally think that that's okay. Anyway, all the one peace and blessings, man. I just want to see if anybody out there can make that make sense to me. And by the way, women, you don't really have a say so in this. This is out to the men, really, because this woman obviously sounds like it sounds real smooth and oily and buttery, but woman, I'm holding so much temperance not to say something about you how horrible that is from the man's perspective. Because like you said, you're not a man, so you wouldn't know. But yeah, man. Let me know something. Yeah, if you make it make sense, if you can. But I'm pretty dang sure that that makes no sense. And women like that in life that think like that, man, they don't need to be here, in my opinion. It's a destroying spirit, man.